Hi there, here's another episode of Academic Virtues, what we can do better ourselves and what to look for in others. And today's virtue is patience. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, patience is definitely not my strong suit, but patience is definitely vital in several areas of science. Patience is important because it's required for you to keep going if things don't initially go your way or if you encounter problems or adversity. I am personally a big fan of getting immediate results and having instant gratification, and admittedly we live in a time of that's fast-paced and where this immediate feedback is always rewarded, but patience is still important for you to be successful. I'm going to divide this into three parts. One is patience in terms of the science, one is having patience with yourself, and the third part is having patience with others. So first, patience in terms of the science. There is a number of examples that I'm sure many people can relate to where patience with the science is important. For example, when ideas are not accepted right away, or when people simply are not interested in these ideas when you propose them, and when it may take a couple of years until this is the case. When things don't work out right away, like your experiment fails and you need to repeat it over and over again because there's some flaws. Or when preparations for experiments just take a very long time. Or when work on a paper drags on and on. These are all situations when patience comes in very handy to deal with them so that you still make progress overall and you finish things up. Now, probably impatience is sometimes also good. For example, when, you need to really jump on something and make it happen right away and don't wait for anything, because if you wait too long, it may be too late. Or when the thing that you're working on may end up being futile, which of course you don't know going in, then it is also good if you jump on to other things. Now the trick, and I cannot really tell you how to make this judgment, but the trick is of course always to try to figure out when is it really worthwhile being patient with your project or your research idea or your concepts that you're pursuing. And when is it really better to just move on? But what is definitely a good idea is pursuing these long-term goals, while at the same time also having some projects going on that deliver results fast and that satisfy your need for instant feedback and gratification. So the mix is the secret, I'm sure. Now, patience with yourself. Sometimes you probably have the feeling that things don't go as fast as you think you should get them done. For example, setting up a project or preparing for teaching or for a talk or whatever it is. And those are opportunities when it's easy to become impatient with yourself. And you should realize that things do take time, and in your head, I think this is common with most people, things always go faster than in reality. It's just the way it is. So be patient with yourself. And sometimes you just need breaks. And when your body and mind tells you it's time to take a break, then you should take it. And don't push yourself over the limit. Because this is important to make sure that stress doesn't overwhelm you. And it's important to keep a lookout for your mental health. And finally, patience with others. Having patience with others is, of course, an extremely nice thing because it also reduces the prominence of negative emotions like irritation or anger or disappointment when you deal with people. And you will, as a scientist, of course, also deal with people in your team or in your research group or with collaborators. And I am sure patience also makes you a better cooperator or collaborator. Patience also makes you a better teacher, I'm sure, because it gives you the empathy to see things from the other person's point of view, and you are not always sure that the way it's clear in your mind and the way you say things will also make sense to other people. And cooperating, teaching, exchanging information are arguably some of the most important things we do in science. So let's just have more patience.